Here we are in section 2.3 exercises, part C, and we're reviewing for the chapter 2 exam. Here are using formulas again on 19 through 27. Number 19, use the formula for temperature conversion. This formula is Celsius equals 5/9 Fahrenheit minus 32. This was found from your textbook and will also be on the formula sheet for the exam. So here we have Celsius equals 5/9 of this Fahrenheit 212 minus 32. So we stick the 212 in for the F. This then equals 5/9 of 212 minus 32 is 180. And you can put that in your calculator. 5 divided by 9 times 180, and you will get 100 degrees Celsius. Good. Number 20. Let's check our answer first. There we are, 100 degrees Celsius. Let's do number 20. Fahrenheit is 98.6, human body temperature. So the Celsius is going to be 5/9 of that 98.6 minus 32 equals, let's pull out our calculator for this one. 98.6 minus 32 equals, so inside the parentheses will be 66.6. Now we're going to times it by 5 and divide by 9. So that's timesing by 5/9, and we get 37 degrees Celsius. Let's double check our answer on that one. 37 degrees Celsius indeed. Number 21, negative 40 for Fahrenheit. So Celsius is going to be 5/9 Fahrenheit, which is negative 40, minus 32 equals 5/9 times negative 40 minus 32. They are both in the negative direction, so that will be a negative 72. Negative 72 divided by 9 is negative 8, times by 5 is a negative 40. What a fancy little thing we just found, that negative 40 is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. Let's double check that answer, and indeed it is correct. Negative 40 Fahrenheit is negative 40 Celsius. Number 22, use the formulas for a cone. This one is the volume of a cone, which is volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, let's stick it in and we get volume equals 1/3 times pi times r, which is 6 meters squared, times h, which is 7. Let's pull out our calculator for this one. 1 divided by 3, that gives us 1/3 times pi times 6 squared times 7 equals 263.89, or 263.9. 263.9, and the units on this, if we're in meters and we multiplied meters squared times meters, this is meters cubed, which corresponds with that we were finding a volume. 263.9 meters cubed, and they wrote 0.89, which is just fine. Number 23, R is 9 feet, L is 12.8 feet, SA. Notice we will not be using the same formula that we used in 22. This is the SA formula, and again will be on your formula sheet, or you can pull it out of your textbook for this exercise. The surface area is pi RL, that 12.8 feet, plus pi r squared, which is the area of the circle on the bottom of the cone. So the surface area is going to be, in this case, pi times 9 times 12.8 plus pi times 9 squared. This will be valuable to stick into our calculator, I think. So we're going to have pi times 9 times 12.8 plus, and notice it does that all together. It knows order of operation, so it adds those together, and plus pi times 9 squared. Now notice 9 squared is 81. We still have to hit equals to get it to compute the whole thing. So we get 616.38. 616.38. Now, is this going to be in feet, feet cubed, or feet squared? We can tell right here because it's an area, it is a two-dimensional object. We can also tell that we took feet times feet and got feet squared, plus feet squared is feet squared. So let's double check our answer. 616.38 feet squared. And if you chose to round at one decimal place at 0.4, that's okay. Number 24. We're doing LSA for a cone. So this formula is going to be a little bit different yet. This is LSA for a cone is just pi RL. So let's stick that in. We get pi times r, which is 3, times L, which is 7.9. Punch that in our calculator. Pi times 3 times 7.9 equals 74.46. 74.5 inches is going to be inches squared, cubed, or inches. And we note that we're in inches here, but this is an area that we're finding, so it'll be inches squared. And you can see that because we had 3 inches times 7.9 inches gives us inches squared. Let's double check that answer. 74.46 indeed, and we wrote 74.5, which is perfectly fine. Number 25. Use the formulas for a rectangle. So a rectangle has a formula for area. Area equals length times width. So this will be 3 times 5. So we get 15, and it's yards times yards, which would be yards squared. And we note that we are in an area, so that makes sense. Can check our answer. 15 yards squared is correct. Number 26. Area is going to be length times width. We get to use the same formula, so we're going to take length, 10.7, times the width, which is 4. Take 10.7 times 4. Let's use a calculator. 10.7 times 4 equals 42.8. So it's going to be 42.8. And now the units, we were in centimeters, but we now found an area. So we'll be in centimeters squared. Centimeters times centimeter gives us square centimeters. Check our answer. 42.8 centimeters squared. Good. And the last one, 27. Length is 8.6 millimeters. Width is 9 millimeters. But notice we're finding the perimeter, so we can't use the area formula. We must use the perimeter formula, which is 2L plus 2W. That is the measure or the distance around a rectangle, 2L plus 2W. So the perimeter is 2 times 8.6 plus 2 times 9. And this is 17.2 plus 18. So we get 35.2. And this is millimeters and millimeters. Perimeter isn't an area, so we're not millimeters squared. It will remain in millimeters. So 35.2 millimeters. Let's double check our answer. And we get 35.2 millimeters. Good.